Hi everyone. Someone asked me what I do when I notice that my horses aren't drinking enough water. And I do notice a pattern with my horses. It's usually going into the winter or coming out of the winter. So basically when the weather changes from hot to cold or cold to hot, somehow or some reason my horses just don't drink enough water. They're at least not the same amount of water that they're used to. And you know the old expression, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Well, there's a way to coax him into drinking more water. And I actually have water buckets in my horses' stalls as well as troughs out in their pastures. But with the water buckets in their stalls, I really notice when they're not drinking or they've changed their pattern. And I get a little worried, especially for my old horses, when I notice they're not drinking enough water. So I have this little trick and I make them a special tea, and they really like it. Luckily, my horses love Senior Equine with molasses, and that's their special treat. So what I do is I fill a water bucket like this, full of water, or at least that much to the top, and I'll throw one scoop of the Senior Equine with molasses. Yeah, somebody already knows I'm making tea. And I'll put that in the water and I'll let that soak. And depending on the bucket, this size bucket I just throw one scoop in. If the bucket was bigger, then I'd throw 2 scoops. And just to make sure they're getting their electrolytes and they're staying healthy, I'll throw in 1 scoop of electrolytes. And I get the one that tastes like apples. It's called Apple Dex. And again, this is not this is not a commercial for Apple Dex or Senior Equine. This is just a little treat, a special tea that I make my horses in the winter and in the summer. Basically, when I notice that their drinking habits have changed, and I want to make sure, especially for the older horses, that they're getting enough water. So I put those two together and I let it soak. And then once the Senior Equine has really dissolved, I mix it in with the water and I just hang it up in their stalls and they go right at it. They actually love the water because it has that sweet taste of molasses plus the taste of apple. And they drink the water and they're so excited because at the end of the water there's a little bit of the Senior Equine at the bottom and they get a little treat after they drink their water. So hope this helps if you're having that problem with your horse, and it definitely helps my horses during the change of seasons. Thanks. Now that it's all dissolved, I mix it all up. It's like this on the bottom, so there's hardly anything there. Nice, yummy water. You just love your special tea, don't you?